Okay, so I was at TJ Maxx today, and I was looking at the toy section, and they had a bunch of these Steffi Loves like they always do. And this one caught my attention because this doll is pregnant. And pregnant dolls in the US are not a thing that get made anymore. So I had to take it home and I had to get it and unleash it. And I have gone down a rabbit hole with this thing, and I feel like I've gone toe to toe with Steffi Love in a WWE Elimination Chamber, and she has beat my ass. Because, first of all, this is not the first pregnant Steffi Love doll, and I'm certain it's not the last either. She has a bunch of dolls where she is depicted as pregnant. One where she's a pregnant mermaid, one where she's like got a family with her boyfriend, all that stuff. So I feel like I've gone down a real rabbit hole, but now it's finally time. I have to break the seal. I have to unleash the beast. So I'm going to open her up. So the first thing we have out of the box are all these little toys and accessories for her babies, and I don't know what the target age range is for Steffi Love dolls, but these are incredibly small. Like, this one, just look how tiny it is compared to my finger. These just seem like really bad choking hazards. So as you can see, we've got a couple teethers, we've got a bottle, we got a sippy cup. We have only one pacifier for some reason, and it's pink, so I'm assuming it's for the girl baby. A little fork and spoon, plenty of toys for the kids, and all this stuff is super, super tiny. And there's also this weird bowl that's like split in half. I assume it's so like one of each can eat out of each section. I don't know, it's a very odd choice. Next up, we have the blankets for Steffi Love's babies. It appears she is having a girl and a boy. These blankets are actually sealed by Velcro, so that makes the swaddling pretty easy, unlike a lot of other Barbie dolls and other such things where the blankets don't have anything to hold them together. Next up, we have this little heart-shaped basin, which the box actually advertised is for the children to be bathed in, so that's a pretty interesting choice. Then we have the little changing table, nursery table thing, whatever you want to call it. This is just a paper insert, but I'm keeping it because I think it looks nice and it'll help hide all the stuff that's going to go inside it. This little mobile up here, you can turn it. It doesn't turn super great. As you can see, it just kind of goes like that. It doesn't do a full rotation. So now let's get to the main event. Okay, so before we get to Steffi herself, I found these baby passports right behind her. So I'm assuming this is for you to name the baby and give it like its birth date or whatever, so that's pretty cute. Alright, so now we have Steffi herself. Sorry, cat's trying to come in. So now we have Steffi herself, and she's a Steffi Love doll. I knew going into this that their quality isn't the greatest, and she does kind of have that cheap quality to her. Her hair feels alright. It feels like it could be acetate, but I'm not sure. And her body just has a very cheap quality, as does this dress. Very bold choice to have her in high top sneakers, but I mean, it is a choice, and they are elastic to her feet, so I'm about to have to take them off to do the undressing. Okay, so here she is undressed, and I mean, outside of the obvious, she's a pretty typical Barbie doll anatomy. I think her feet are a little smaller than Barbie's, but pretty standard. I don't have any of my Barbies here to actually compare her. So let's take this off. Okay, it just pops off and the hell babies just come bursting out of her stomach. So let's pull these out. And this, I don't know what is going on here. I assume I have to like twist it. Okay, there we go. And now she's back to normal. She is completely flat. She doesn't have the baby bump anymore. And she just kind of has this weird enclave in her stomach, which is very frightening. So let's actually take a look at her delightful little twins. They are pretty tiny. I mean, it had to be to fit inside of her. Arms and legs look like they should move. They're pretty tight. Same with the head. Pretty tight, but I mean, that happens when you have brand new things. So, okay, I'm actually trying to play with them, and things like the binky and stuff are actually too big. They can't just go in the twins' mouth directly. Which is really weird. I'm assuming like the fork and spoon would probably fit, but the binky, the bottle, all of that, it's too large. It won't actually go inside of their mouths like baby bottles for Barbie dolls do. There's no real way to tell which one's the boy and which one's the girl. There's not like any differentiating traits between the two of them. They are identical. So we're just going to put them in random little swaddles. Alright, so here they are. I redid the blue swaddle myself. As you can see, there's a lot of open space in the pink swaddle because I left it the way that it comes in box, but I did redo this one. Like I said, there's no way to differentiate these babies besides the swaddles, so you can literally switch them whichever way you want. And might I say, they are kind of scary looking. Yeah, I kind of don't like them that much. They're kind of terrifying. But other than that, I mean, there's really not a whole lot to this doll besides the very creepy way her belly, like, folds. And then I guess you could just do like this and have her be just fat, or she's got like a ghost baby or something like that. There's just nothing in there. But I'm going to assume this doll can probably wear Barbie clothes when she doesn't have the pregnant belly on. You could probably use her like as a base for a pregnant Barbie custom or something like that. But yeah, there's really not a lot to say about this. It's not super interesting. So yeah, see ya.